Welcome to SimShed Broadcasting coverage of Round 8 of the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. This week hosting the DNA Motorsports Barber Sprint 115 from Alabama, USA. Asset Leonage currently dominates the championship standings in what is quickly becoming an unassailable lead back to the rest of the field, which makes this and upcoming rounds an almost free-for-all, with the race glory now the only thing on drivers' minds. Except for the one man, Leonage, must continue to keep his head as he, in this championship, with his intelligent, risk-free but very fast style, as he has all season so far, and stay out of trouble. Welcome, Ben, to Barber Motorsports for the DNA 115 round tonight. How's it going, Ben?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good, and it's a pleasure as always to be back in the commentary box with you, mate. We've got the beers, we've got the chips, we're all ready to go, and this time I'll try not to get all the greasy fingers all over the microphone as we get through this. But mate, I'm looking forward to this. I think the DNA Motorsport Barber 115, we've been absolute belter. There are some hell of corners involved in this. Some really crests. The car gets light. There's some really deep braking points. I think, especially when you're behind some cars in this one, it's hard to see. It's going to test some drivers. Laz is, as you say, he's leading. He's looking pretty confident. But I reckon there'll be a few people chasing him down. One of them, Alex Court. Sure, McNamara's got a bit to prove, and should be exciting race. I think we might see a couple of surprises. Blake Warboys is absolutely on fire. So Tommy Heyman, these boys, they're looking great.
Yep, it's the DNA Motorsports 115, not the 150, as I incorrectly said in the intro. 30 laps, Barber Motorsports. So they'll be doing one compulsory pit stop. Window opens at about lap 9 to lap 18. And we've got Lasseth Leonage on pole position. Blake Warboys, Trent Gostley, Tommy Heyman, Alex Court, Robert Christdale, Sean McNamara, Jamie Davis, Rainer Costello, Riley Simons, all the guys being up the top of the field so far this season, and they're up there again tonight, so it's going to be a good one to watch.
Lots of practice, mate. They're doing lots of practice, and that's what keeps them up the front. I think it's an opportune time as well just to say a bit of a shout-out to our sponsors, mate. NTS, of course, sponsoring the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship as our major sponsor, along with Goodyear Auto Care at Warana up there on Queensland of the Sunshine Coast. We've also got a Brucey Racewear Track Race custom track art, and our teammate from Faceful Motorsport just picked up himself a new track race rig, which he's been standing on apparently, but that's how strong they are. I think he's worked it out. He's got to sit in it to drive it. But anyway, we'll talk about that later on. Race Management Services, Coghlan Engineering, and Track Camps for Gourmet, and of course Melbourne Hydrographic Depot. Big thanks to these guys. Again, we don't go racing without these sponsors, and a massive shout out to NTS, who have been a huge supporter through this year, and I believe they're going to carry it on for next year as well. So we're very lucky, aren't we, Jamie?
Very lucky, Ben. Great team to work with.
Absolutely.
So 1 minute left in this free practice session, and then they'll be gridding up. Leonage on pole position.
I'm getting chills, Jamie. I'm getting chills. What's your prediction into the first couple of corners? Because that first one, left drops down. You can really boot the throttle coming down there, but not on cold tyres. It's going to be an interesting one, especially with a bit of pressure.
I think the first lap is going to be critical because it's a pretty hard track to pass on. It's a flowing rhythm track and not really that many overtaking possibilities. Maybe into the hairpin at turn 5, downhill hairpin.
Yep.
That might be one of the few chances around the track to make a passing manoeuvre. So it's going to come down to minimum amount of mistakes, getting that pit strategy absolutely right, getting the in-lap perfect, getting the stop perfect, getting the amount of fuel perfect, and then coming out and finding clear track and not wasting those fresh tyres. I think that's where it's going to come down to it.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
Lasseth Leonage, it's been his high point all season so far. Okay, that's the end of that practice session.
I think turn 5 is going to be critical, Jamie. I think there's going to be some There's going to be some
Moves
really
made.
good opportunities in there, yeah, and it's wide too. So you know, inside isn't always the way you'll get around it if you carry some speed around there. But here we go, they're gridding up.
Asset Leonage on pole from Blake Warboys, Trent Gossley, Tommy Heyman, Alex Court, Robert Crisdale, Sean McNamara, Jamie Davis, Raina Costello, Riley Simons, Alan Dawson, Lindsay Hobbs. Wealth. Then we have Michael Stewart, Michael Dumbrell, Peter Crossingham, Mitch Campbell, Jason Davis, David Kirby, Tim Mulford, Dean Williams, Steve Vella, 21st. Mulford, Dean Williams, Steve Vella, Chris Barnes, Blake Irk, Ben Siren, Dean Reddit, Jonathan Bean, John Nikolaev, Kyle Booth, Ray Lewis, and we have Davis in the safety car.
Well, let's keep it off until the car's required. We don't want to blow that thing up. So,
Start. Revs are rising. Racing in the DNA.
here we go.
Motorsports Barber 115.
Oh, keep it down.
Down in turn one.
Oh, out on the outside. That looks
The
good.
curb. The curb. Raina Costello goes around. He's facing the wrong way. Everyone's trying to avoid him. And they've done well to get past him.
Warboys is taking the lead off Leonage. That was a gutsy move there, and I think they've given each other a bit of professional room there. And Tommy Heyman into third.
Tommy Heyman in third. Lasseth Leonage drops down. He'll be driving a little bit conservatively, but won't want to drop back too far into the pack.
Absolutely not. Rob
Probably in fourth
Crisdale
position
fifth
there.
back there, looking at that in front of McNamara. Alex caught down in eighth. Did he get caught up in some action back there? But let's looking at the
A couple
front
of
here.
positions from his grid. It's Warboys through this fast left, right chicane using all the curb.
It's so easy to take too much curb on the inside and too much pace in there. Just ruins the exit. And this
down, blind
yeah.
apex,
and through here,
up
the
over a crest,
Yeah,
blind
the-
exit. Oh, Heyman right on the edge there, 2 wheels on the grass.
right on the edge.
Unsettles a little bit, and then this long right-hander that tightens up.
God, we
last
love this
corner
one,
on
don't
the
we,
track.
Jamie? We love this one.
Onto the left, and onto the front straight.
We're pumping along.
Warboys, Leonage, Gossley, Heyman. Sorry, Heyman in third, Gossley in fourth. At a turn 3, down through another dip, actively undulating track. Over the crest, car becomes a little bit light and unsettled. Warboys is putting the hammer down here though, he's trying to make a break.
Yeah, he's trying to get away though, isn't he, Jamie? We can see that the car's moving around underneath him. He's giving it absolute beans there to try and get away from it.
So he lost a little time in the hairpin there at turn 5, went a little bit too deep.
A little bit
Lost a
deep.
couple of tenths. Leonage looks like he's settled now. Not going to let Warboys get away.
Well, that first lap, Jamie, on the tyres, that's really critical, isn't it? They almost feel a bit soft and spongy, but about a lap and a half in, they really start to come on their own. You've got to wait, you've got to be patient for that. And that's what Laz has done there. That looks good. He's looking strong.
It's Warboys, Leonage, Heyman, Gossley, McNamara, Jamie Davis, Alex Court, Alan Dawson, Riley Simons, Lindsay Hobbs, Jason Davis, Michael Dumbrell, Mitch Campbell, David Kirby, Dean Williams, Michael Stewart, Tim Mulford, Chris Barnes, Jonathan Bean, Ray Lewis, Steve Vella, Dean Reddit. As they come into the lap 3, Warboys has extended that gap a little bit from Leonage.
Looking good. He's looking
Warboys,
comfortable.
124.7 on that last lap. Leonage at 124.9, and now Heyman's putting a little bit of pressure on the back of Leonage through turns 1, 2, and 3.
And Tommy Heyman's looked tough through the practice sessions, hasn't he? He's looked really, really competitive, almost aggressive, even on his own. So this will be interesting to watch him play out. What will Laz do? He's got a good, comfortable position in the points. He'll be thinking that he's a smart guy. He'll be thinking about the championship. What do you do?
Oh, he's got to back himself at this point in time and think that he's got the pace to go with these 3 at the front.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Question is,
he's not going to give it away.
will he be able to continue at that pace? Out overcooking the tyres.
Yeah, it's
looking at a
interesting.
battle here. Alex Court. It's Tim Mulford, sorry.
Timmy Mulford, yeah. Yep.
Barnes. Barnes.
Chris Barnes looking racy, isn't he?
All over the back
Look
of
at
Mulford, but
this.
too much power there on the exit and over the crest. Long sweeping right-hander. Massive amount of different lines through there.
Look at that, right on the top. Look at the camera work
Mulford's
on that.
definitely holding him up through the final turn. I'm streaming down the front straight, the pit straight. Mulford drops down into turn 1. Barnes all over him. Turns 2 and 3, long corner. But surprisingly, not very hard on the tyres this track, Ben.
No, it's they seem to settle very quickly. You can either overheat them, of course, but they come back and they don't drop off. They're quite good. They're only about a half a second drop off, half a second to 7/10, not sort of the 1.5 that we've seen on different tracks, which is really exciting as a driver to have to deal with. Always makes you feel a bit better when you've got the times on the clock. Even though you might be still in front of the other guy, you always want to be able to push a bit harder. So now, Leonard's just holding there about 7/10 gap to Warboys. He's looking confident, isn't he?
He'd be pacing himself at this point in time. He'd be trying to look after the tyres, trying to look after the fuel, burn up as much as he can, try and stay with Warboys.
So, Jamie, are they thinking about now fuel? What are they thinking? Because they've got to stop to go. Warboys might have started some less fuel. We don't know. He's looking racy. But you start to think about that, don't you? You start to lift and coast. How much more can you get out?
Probably not at this point in time. You wouldn't be doing too much lifting and coasting. You want to... I really would think he'd want to stay as close to Warboys as possible. He'd be more interested in the tyres than fuel. Of course, he wouldn't want to burn too much fuel. He doesn't want to have to extend the pit stop.
Alex Court's dropping back to 18th, 19th, 20. What's going on back there?
He's dropped 13 spots.
He's had it off. Oh, no. We'll check it on the replay.
It's
He's back to 22nd.
second place on the championship. Alex Court.
Looking okay there.
Like over this fast crest.
Oh, no. I think I can see it.
And he's he's put a wheel on, and that's to the tyre, end of the back, and he's been collected as well.
Oh no!
That's nasty.
Oh no!
He's going to have to come. That's too early for the stop as well.
God. Yeah, he won't be happy with that. If he dirty himself on that, he's better than that. But it just shows you, Jamie, that how this track can spit you out, because that's very, very quick across the top there. The car's loaded up, a little bit of grass, boom, it just sends you. So, it's disappointing to see, because he's an absolute charger.
I think it was Alan Dawson that collected him.
Here we go. Tommy Heyman and Laz, look at the lines here. And look at Tommy Heyman looking. That looks brilliant. That was a great line through there. That'll keep Laz on his toes. Laz just extending out there wide, just keeping the foot down, looking for a bit of extra travel. But he's recovered. That's nice, smooth driving. Tommy Heyman's just saying, mate, I'm here. Look out. I've got him in a Mustang, so keep an eye out. I'm coming. Love the Mustang. Sorry, JP. But look at that.
He put a couple of wheels on the grass there, Tommy Heyman. Pushing hard.
Yeah,
Leonard is losing time to Warboys. Warboys is extending that gap while these two battle away.
On the grass there.
Heyman's pushing hard. You can see that gap extending. He doesn't want to extend any more than he can.
He's saying, get out of the way.
Chris Barnes is still battling away with Mulford. Mulford's lifted the line. Here's a go for Barnes. He's got to take this opportunity now. He's got to push hard, but
Mulford had to get out of the throttle there.
Yeah, they both got out of the throttle.
Yeah, and they're having to start. They got traffic now behind them. They're backing up.
Yeah, the tyres are starting to go off.
Yeah.
The cars are starting to slide around a lot now.
Look at this. Costello down the inside of Bean. John A, we'll call him for now. But that's a nice move. That's a very, very nice move. We watched that a little while ago, just for the last few corners.
Costello's working his way up through the field from that early spin on the first lap. He's down 11 spots, so he's working his way back up through the field. He had pace early.
It's looking good. That crest there, geez, watch that, Jamie, right on the edge there of the white line. You do not want to have that tyre there, as we saw before with Alex.
Tim Mulford's at a moment.
Did he lock it inside there, did he?
Chris Barnes has got past Tim Mulford. Tim Mulford's on to race control.
I'll tell you what, Robbie Crisdale, he's down 2 spots, but he's been looking really racy. He looked racy in the warm-up.
Might have been an incident between Chris Barnes and Tim Mulford. Barnes
Just going back here.
maybe just losing patience there, being held up. Had a big dive, it looks like, into the hairpin. His car's a little bit loose. Barnes turns him around.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Oh, little tap, the hairpin.
Yeah,
Back to this battle between Leonage and Heyman. These guys are right on the edge. Leonage lights up the rears as they go over the crest, the fast right-hander.
Now, Tommy Heyman won't want to make the same mistake there as well, cause an incident. But look how close these boys are running, nose to tail. Leonage absolutely on it.
Showing a lot of confidence in Tommy Heyman.
You see that?
You what? That's pretty spectacular into turn 7. Of course, turn 7A and turn 7B, those 3 combinations of corners, that chicane, you use a lot of curb on the way down the hill.
Oh, careful on the grass there. That is danger zone out there.
Sure how many incidents there are tonight before you get a drive-through penalty.
And it's touch and go.
A lot of off tracks here.
Yeah, it's touch and go. It's touch and go. He's gone really wide there, old Tommy Heyman. It's
like 16 off tracks and a
very
penalty.
tight there. We'll
jump on board with Blake Warboys. Want to talk us through a lap here, Ben? Blake Warboys?
Yeah, let's have a look at it. So we've got him coming over the crest here. Really should be able to keep it flat there, but you've got to balance it out right to the wide. And you're looking for the 3rd marker there. Bang. On the brakes. Keep it down. Get the brake off. Get the wheels rotating through so you can punch it through. And then you're easing on the throttle. You want to really be able to get on that throttle now. Hold it flat as you're going up to the next corner here. Now, you can probably brake around 2, which he's probably done. There he goes. Hold that inside. Yep, straighten that corner. Get it in. Tight. Now throttle. You want to get it punching out. He's probably got a little bit tighter than I would have. But then through here now, you want to get it in the right. Hold it 4th. Float it through. Beautiful. Just on the edge there. Now, this is a tricky one, isn't it, Jamie? Down here at 2nd. Yep. You want to get it through here. Back one. Back another one. Crest it over there. A little bit of correction. Then just float it through here. And now you're looking for your markers, which if there is of none. So it's all by feel here. And you're tied in, trying to get the lost throttle. Punch it. Absolutely punch it out of there and just hold it down. That's a lap with Warboys. He's absolutely done it. It's that quick I couldn't even describe it. But fantastic.
A nice flowing track.
Yeah,
when you get it right, it feels really nice.
Yeah, when you got the rhythm and you're in the groove, absolutely. But this is the racing we're looking at. This nose to tail. And look, Blake's not getting away. I mean, these boys are keeping up with it. Even though these two are racing pretty hard, he's not getting away, which is fantastic to see.
1.9 seconds in front of Leonage.
Lads, it's gone wide there. Bit deep on the brakes.
Still holding him off here, though.
Still holding him off.
2 second in front of Heyman as they go up to turn 7.
Absolutely.
And survive that moment.
Heyman's
putting him under immense pressure. And Heyman would have to be sweating bullets as well. That's not easy. It's very difficult track to follow around. A little bit of aero wash.
You're getting the aero wash.
Markers.
Yeah, you're getting the aero wash. You're also getting, as you say, Jamie, you can't see the markers. And you're trying to also pressure someone. So, He's doing a bloody good job, and so's Lads, holding his composure. But he's a smooth character, old Lads. He's doing well this season, and looking good. And what have we got here? We got Lindsay Hobbs, absolutely throwing the ZB Commodore around, looking good here. Now Lindsay's down 8 positions, Jamie. What the hell's going on there?
In 8th, following Riley Simons.
What's happened? And Riley Simons, what's he doing down here?
Right on the tail of Riley Simons. 7th and 8th. Hobbs pressuring. Will he come?
I think
will
so.
Come a form since that Phillip Island race. Lindsay Hobbs has been right at the front of this pack.
Now, I don't want to make a big deal about this, but I just noticed that Dumbrell's got the 007, and is that a number he's had for a while? Is that a homage to Sean Connery during the week? So it's his original number, and I'll tell you what, he's done well there. Probably one of the best Bonds ever, Jamie. I don't know if you'd agree, mate.
I'd say I'd agree without a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, Roger Moore, a bit of a cheeky bugger, but I think Sean Connery, absolutely.
He was a man's man amongst the Bonds.
He was a man's man, absolutely.
Didn't camp it up like a few of the others.
Ooh, no, absolutely not. I think reminds me of Daniel Craig. There you go. So I think that's probably the closest one to it.
He's all right.
Anyway, back to the racing. Don't mention Timothy Dalton. All right, back to the racing.
You did.
Oh dear, look at this. Riley Simons all over having to defend, sorry. Look at the attitude of the car. Jamie, talk to me about the tyres now. What are they doing? They're screaming yet?
Oh, it looks like they're holding on. I can't really see anyone sliding around too much. Tommy Hayman's dropped off the back of Leonage a little bit now.
What's going on there?
We are now on lap 12, so very close to pit stop time. As we said before, though, with the tyres not dropping off massively, probably want to stay out and not drop back into the middle of the pack.
Laz just
Put
grabbed
yourself
it back
under
there.
pressure there.
I wonder if
having to work in traffic.
Yeah, I wonder if Tommy's made a bit of a mistake there. Just made him drop back. What's the gap there? Can we see the gap? I've missed it there, but wouldn't be too far away.
As we said, it's a very hard track, and it'd be getting worn out following Laz that close. As everyone knows, just even out in road traffic, the closer you get to that car in front, the more concentration you have to use. It's just tiring. It's just mentally draining to follow a car so close.
Absolutely.
And he was pushing pretty hard, so
and
he might have burnt the tyres up a little bit.
And you can't see in front either.
Wouldn't be surprised if he might be the first man to hit the pits. And here we go. He's in touch with Steve Vella. The big pack of cars and clean up.
Oh dear me. Oh dear.
Rolling backwards through into the gravel trap.
Oh boy.
Got to turn it around, get back onto the track safely. Back to War Boys at the front.
That'll knock the
second
camber
lead.
out, Jamie.
What was that, Ben?
That'll knock the camber out of the rear of Tommy Vella's car. That was
yeah, probably a little bit of toe damage as well. And he's got that one free quick repair. So good time to drop it into the pits and salvage what you can. Peter Crossingham, I see, is the first one to hit the pits. In 21. He was looking at getting a bit of an undercut. Probably still a good half a second on fresh tyres. You come out in nice clean air. This has been a very impressive drive here by War Boys. He's been in a lot of form lately. Been unlucky in a few races. He's second at Montreal.
Well, look at this. Look at the gap, Jamie. We've got 2.4 seconds now back to Laz with War Boys, but Tommy Hayman, still holding it 1.2, sorry. So I got a little bit excited about nothing, to be honest with you.
That's not like you at all, Ben. War Boys, Lenage, Hayman, Gosling, McNamara, Davis, Simons, Hobbs, Davis, Dumbrell, Campbell, Williams, Kirby, Costello, David Kirby hitting the pits on position 13.
Kirby's
Going
dropped
to
it
be
in.
on now. I think a lot of these drivers are going to be starting to drop it in, especially ones like Hobbs is being held up here. Oh, he has a little look into turn 2. No room there, though. Riley Simons and Lindsay Hobbs have been hard at it now for a good 5 or 6 laps. Lindsay Hobbs is a little bit like Heyman now. Been following his feet, and he's having a look here into turn 5.
Here we go. Oh, he's turned in
Not
on.
on.
Oh, did he turn in?
Oh, actually, he might have a run on him here.
Yeah, he's gone
Turn
well.
7, side by side, but he's got the outside. He's going to drop back in behind again.
Yeah, very difficult up there, isn't it?
Virtually impossible. Lock up. Unsettled the car, little tap through turn 7B. Power on.
I'd be dropping into the pits about now, I think.
Spiking, left, right, chicane. Got to lose a lot of curb. Car gets unsettled, but
Geez, done well holding on to you through there.
car was very unsettled, and he managed to pull it up and not tap Riley Simons too much. Got away with that one there. But the leaders are staying out again. War Boys brings it through. Leonage. Oh, and here's a pit. Here's Hobbs. Hits the pit
There you
lane.
go.
Riley Simons will notice that in the rear vision mirror. Now we'll see. This will be the taste test. We'll know very soon by how Hobbs comes out. What sort of pressure he can make onto that lead. And we've got Costello and Barnes in as well.
Yeah, this is where it all
Hobbs,
starts
Costello
to
and
change.
Barnes, 12, 13 to 14. Up and down through the field. This is where we'll see it mixed up a bit. Sort of gonna
Absolutely.
get mixed up. Of course, Leonage has been master at these pit stops. He's now 3.3 seconds behind War Boys, so he's losing time. He probably needs to pull the trigger as soon as possible now. Put a bit of pressure on War Boys, make him think about the race strategy.
Yeah, I'd be dropping in there. He's Sean McNamara.
who was very unlucky last round, had the lead, looked like he was going to win it. Out too long on the old tyres at Detroit. Got jumped in the pits, and there he's running a bit wide there, 2 wheels out in the grass. You've got to lift if you do that, because if you stay a foot in it, you end up very quickly into that right-hand crash barrier.
Oh,
And War Boys is in
absolutely.
the pits, Leonage in the pits, Heyman in the pits.
They're following each other.
There they are. War Boys hits the timeline, the speed limit line. Jill McNamara follows in as well. Trent Gosley's the only one that stays out. Gosley now, as you can see, drives through.
And
Lead.
McNamara's in the pits as well.
Riley
Look at
Simons
Riley.
as well. Riley Simons trying to
Look how
that
close
undercut
Heyman
from
was on the
Hobbs.
back of that. I reckon
pull
Heyman's gonna jump
in.
him. Heyman's going to jump him there. He was on the jacks way before it.
Heyman made the best pit stop so far. Let's see with the fuel load that goes in, who judges the fuel best. He's been doing the practice laps. Who knows the fuel burn? All
Heyman's
boys,
still up.
all boys, and Leonage get away side by side.
What is going on
Heyman
there?
definitely lost time. Heyman's taken on too much of a fuel load. McNamara out as well.
Wow.
Ollie Simon's still in the pits. He's got to watch for Hobbs.
See, Laz made up some time on
That's practice,
on
isn't
War
it, Ben?
Boys. Absolutely made some time
Knowing
up there.
exactly your fuel burn, how much you need to get it home.
Has he gone short, Jamie?
Maybe. Track position is everything around here. If he thinks he can conserve a little bit of fuel in those final laps, he's
Amazing.
he's made up time, but he didn't get the position. So War Boys kept in front of Leonage.
Between them now, he's made a couple of seconds up. Well, here we go.
Michael Dumbrell here. 007. Putting a bit of pressure on Mitch Campbell. The 9.5 Sim Sports. Through the left, through the right.
Yeah, looking good. These guys look racy. Throwing it over the curbs there. Throwing it over there, you got to take a risk. Get into the next corner. It's oh God! I thought he was running wide there for a moment. He might have thought as well. Go out wide there, Jamie. It's Troubletown. Alan Dawson just on board here now. getting to this corner. Oh, he's gone wide. Oh, mate, keep it off the grass.
That's very wide.
She's danger zone out there. And it's got to be, Lindsay Hobbs just in front there. But yeah, it's tricky out there. It's easy to get sucked into that grass. It's terrible. Oh, see that move around, Jamie.
Lindsay Hobbs is now in 8th position. Riley Simons is down to 10th. Alan Dawson's got in between.
Well, he's clawing his way back, isn't he?
Riley Simons lost a bit of time in that pit stop. Hang out that extra lap, maybe a bit too much fuel on board as well. It's War Boys from Leonage, Tommy Heyman, Trent Gosling, Sean McNamara is working his way up through the field. He was done well out of that pit stop. He's up to 5th, Jamie Davis in 6th, Tim Mulford 7th. He's having a good drive. I'm not sure if he's pitted yet. Lindsay Hobbs in 8th, Alan Dawson 9th, Riley Simons 10th, Jason Davis, Mitch Campbell, Michael Dumbrell, Dean Williams, David Kirby, Rainer Costello.
I'll tell you what, though, Blake's just absolutely put the hammer down. He's 2.5 seconds in front of Leonage now. That's he's feeling very, very comfortable with this car.
He was quick in the qualifying session tonight. He led the field in the live qualifying session that was just before the race tonight. Leonage and a few others pre-qualified.
Yeah, Blake looks like he's got
Four boys was in form tonight.
Oh, here we go. Timmy Mulford. He's hammering on the back of Hobbsy. Yeah, Timmy does lots and lots of laps. We see him in lots of official races, and he's absolutely got the iron here.
No!
Hobbs just dragged that front wheel, front inside left, but didn't. Oh, he's got away with it though. I thought Timmy would be on the back of him there.
Didn't lose too much time in that incident, Hobbs.
No.
1 second lead over the back of Mulford.
Because he looked a bit wide there, didn't he, Jamie, with that sort of brake drag? But he looks like he's just powering out of it. Can be a little bit deceiving, but... there's
a few different ways you can negotiate that hairpin. You can come in slow and get it a half exit, or you can go a little bit deep. I'm surprised we haven't seen more passing manoeuvres there.
Well, I'll tell you one thing we haven't seen, Jamie. We haven't seen a safety car yet, so this is fantastic racing for you guys.
Safety car. Not many passing moves all night, but as we said, it's one of those rhythm and groove sort of tracks where you just...
Timmy Mulford's going to the pits?
Yep. Didn't think he'd made a pit stop yet.
Okay.
Putting in some decent times, though, on the old tyres.
Yeah, he's doing well.
And Leonard, 2.8 seconds off the back of War Boys. Eamon's still pressuring him. 7 of a second behind.
He's dropping really back. Yeah, I think the battle's going to be second position here at the moment, Jamie. I think Blake's got this probably pretty much tied up unless there's a back marker or a problem, but I think Laz has got his work cut out for him with Tommy Heyman. This is where the race is at.
Laz will be just adding up the points at this point in time. As his main rival, Alex Court's down in 18th position. So he's made a fairly good recovery. I don't know if he'll have enough fuel to get home, having to make a pit stop on lap 7.
Laz will have the... yeah, absolutely. Laz will have the old abacus out, just working through the numbers. I think he's got it actually mounted on the dashboard. We'll have to get some check on that, but he's all over it. And
he slides the beads backwards and forwards.
Absolutely. Look at the bloody language on the car there for Tommy Heyman. Water. He's
got to be careful here, though, Laz.
Yeah.
Tommy Heyman's been pressuring him all race long. And he'll have one eye on that rear vision mirror, knowing it's sort of half expecting something at some point in time.
He'll be waiting for the move, I think.
If it does happen, does he defend it or does he just politely step aside and say, "Not tonight, Tommy. Not tonight. I don't want to play too many games. I want to play it safe and carry my championship lead, my dominant championship lead into round 9."
Yeah, well, look, I'll tell you what. If Tommy was on, if I was in Laz's seat, I'd be saying, look, if you can come and get me, come and get me. And if you do, okay, that's fine. But I know how hard you're working to come and get me, so your tyres won't be great. And so I'd be having that at the back of my mind as well. So, and also, you've got some points in the bag to be able to do it. This is racecraft. This is the sort of stuff we talk about.
Only 0.07 of a second between the two lap times between Leonage and Heyman on that last lap. So they're both very similar times. I'm pretty sure Heyman could probably go a little bit faster if he could get past Laz.
Yeah, I think
Cleanly.
so. But this is the sort of stuff we love in this competition, don't we, Jamie?
Well, that's it. I think War Boys is now getting too far up the road. 3 seconds. If Heyman was to get past Leonage, it'd be a mammoth effort to bang back that lead. And even if he did, it'd be another thing to get past, considering how long it's taken him to get past or not get past Leonage.
Absolutely, but you know what? It's 10 laps to go, though, Jamie. Back markers, who knows?
10 laps. That's right.
You know, we saw.
You never give up. Never give up with 10 laps to go.
Absolutely not.
War Boys, only 3 seconds. They'd still be able to see War Boys. They'd still be able to see him on the up at the next corner. Rob Crisdale here for 5. Having a bit of a battle with Jonathan Bean.
Robbie Crisdale loving the Mustang and the Goodyear colours there. White wheels. We'll have to talk about that, though. Yeah, we'll have to talk about the white wheels, and I'm not quite sure about that, but looking pretty cool there in the Mustang. And absolutely, he's ready to go. Rob Crisdale was looking absolutely racing the practice session, Jamie. We were commentating that, weren't we, before the broadcast? He's looking bloody good. And here we go. Oh, is he going to throw it? Is he going to throw it down the inside? Oh, bit of a deep brake, bit of a panic brake, and there we go. Job done. Or is it?
No, side by side.
Yeah.
Side by side up to turn 7. Who's going to back out?
Rob's not going to back out.
He's going to go side by side through turn 7.
Rob's not going to back out.
Look at that. He's got it.
Fantastic bit of driving.
It's one of the few passing manoeuvres that we've seen on track tonight. Great manoeuvre by Rob Crisdale.
Well done, gents. That's some great driving from both of them. That's awesome. And here we go. Look at this. David Kirby.
Randy Costello. Costello around the outside.
On the outside. Fantastic. Great driving,
Randy Costello had an incident on the first lap. No damage done. Just went around, got a bit too much curb. Turn 1. He's been fighting his way back through the field since then. A lot of understeer as he goes through turn 1. A little bit unsettled. Working that suspension hard.
Yeah, it drops down.
Oh, Kirby puts 2 wheels up on the curb. Very dangerous through there. So hard to make up time around this track. The harder you push, the harder the car wants to slide. And Urquhart, he's off the track.
Oh no!
That's that turn. That one that everyone has trouble with. I know I've had a lot of trouble with it. Turn 14A. Keeps going and going. Hard to pick up any references around it. It's called out Blake Urquhart there on lap 21.
Oof.
It was unsettled even before the corner.
Yeah.
It ran wider and wider and wider.
Yeah. Bit of marbles, bit too much pace. Blake will be dirty himself with that.
Lost a couple of positions.
Yeah, we see Blake streaming all the stuff too, so he'll be dirty himself with that one. But we live and learn, don't we? We keep moving forward. But look at this. There's more pressure going on here, Jamie.
Heyman has not given up on second place.
Absolutely not.
At 23 of 30, so plenty of time. Lass has been working hard. Lass at Leonage. Given that rear vision mirror overtime.
Look at the attitude on the car. This is why we love iRacing. This is what we come to see.
You mentioned earlier in the race, War Boys on traffic. He is coming up to a bit of lap traffic now.
Oh,
here we go. Front of Leonage there. Easy to become unsettled as you're working through. Not the easiest track to pick off anyone that's lap down.
Blake won't be annoyed, but he'll be thinking, speed up, guys, so I don't have to deal with it. That'd be the big thing. Or, at the very least, please see me. Because we've seen instances where people haven't seen each other. And even when you come up on traffic, Jamie, it does cost you a tenth or two. It's 2 or 3 tenths. Because you're just making sure you don't want to throw it away by a silly move. And that's racecraft.
So easy to give up valuable tenths that you've worked so hard for over lap after lap after lap. and just to see it all evaporate because you're not sure if a driver's seeing you. You just don't want to throw it up the inside and have a collision, have any contact with another driver. 'Cause even though sometimes think that they've noticed you there, sometimes they haven't, or sometimes they make that unexpected move and jump out of the way when you're expecting them to stay on line, and it can just cost you time. It can cost you. So, and these two in front are racing for position. These two in front of Blake Warboys. It's Blake Irk and Peter Crossingham. So we saw Blake Irk have that moment before. So he hasn't got the best handling car at the moment.
This is
They're very close on track.
This is the worst case scenario for Blake Warboys. He's given a bit of lights in the flash. He's trying to throw it down the inside. Blake is saying, well, listen, I'm racing for position.
He's losing time now.
I get it. Oh, he's on the outside of him too. Oh, dearie me. But I'll tell you what, if you're Blake, you're panicking about that because he's like, I'm on the outside, boys. I'm coming.
And Laz and Heyman have caught up a little bit of time there.
Oh, no.
Oh, and it's gone right. By side through turn one. Burkhart and Crossingham.
Blake's trying to capitalise.
Leonage and Heyman now have to deal with it. And this might be the moment that Heyman's been waiting for.
Yeah, Blake loved it. He's out of it. He's gone.
This is the moment that Heyman, he'll see this on the horizon. He'll notice those two cars. He's thinking,
yeah, I'm going to make
one little bit of indecision. One bit of indecision here from Leonage.
Did you see Heyman on the entry there to the corner? It's absolutely sideways. Snapped it under, probably on a downshift. But just got to manage those tyres. Here we are back with Costello. He's charging up. Oh, gee, that was close.
13th now. Right on the back of Dumbrell, who's right on the back of Mitch Campbell.
Sponsored by
far off the back of Dean Williams. So pretty good battle here between 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th.
Sponsored by Collins Engineering on the back of the Abruzzi car. So this is...
Tommy Heyman's 0.1 of a second off the back of Leonage right now. It's getting really close for second, although it's just dropped out to 0.3 of a second again. And back to 0.1 of a second.
Oh, here we go. Look at this.
Pretty close. It's hard to ignore this battle between Heyman and Leonage.
Oh, what do you do? He's going to go for it.
Go into turn one.
Oh, boys. Here we go. It's tough through there. Leonage is keeping his cool. He's like the Fonzie of the V8 supercar racing, Leonage. Absolutely.
He's had a Fonzie type of year where everything's gone right for him. Every time he's tapped the jukebox.
It's come up winner. Oh, a little bit wide. Oh, no. Yep, look, Tommy's got a great run out of there. Here we go. What is going to happen here, Jamie? Where are you going to send it? Clearly, Tommy's got a bit more pace. We know that. We can see that.
I think Leonage knows it's very hard to pass around here.
He's just positioning the car well, isn't he? He's carrying speed through there.
He's focusing on exits. He made no mistakes. He hasn't gone too deep into any corners.
No.
That's made it near impossible for Heyman. Even with the lap traffic of Crossingham, he still hasn't made a mistake, and Heyman hasn't had that opportunity.
He's saying, just come and get it. If you want it, come and get it. Work for it. Work your car. Come and get me. And this is exciting to see. Look, all over it. The exit there is good. But look, there we go. He just
so good on those exits, Leonage. He's just focusing on
he's just
that exit right. No opportunity for Heyman unless Leonage makes a mistake. She's very rarely made a mistake all season. And there's
Don't tell me.
Urquhart.
What? No. Stay out of it, Urquhart. Oh, look at this.
Look at that. It's spectacular. And he's gone defensive now, Leonage. That's an interesting move.
That is very, very interesting.
And to compromise his exit. Heyman has been as close as he's ever been through this section. Still going to be very hard to outbrake. It's not really a braking area. Down one gear.
Oh, dear.
Heyman's gone wide. It's going to compromise him again through the chicane, but he's trying to keep it tight as they exit the hairpin type.
4 laps to go.
7B.
He's right on him. Where's he going to do it, Jamie?
Oh, he's used a lot of curb. That's unsettled
Oh,
the car a lot, and he's lost that momentum he was hoping for through the chicane. Nash again picks up that apex perfectly, the blind apex on that downhill left-hander. And Heyman's opportunity's gone again. Have to follow him through turn 14A to turn 15 onto the straight. Oh, Leonage a little bit unsettled there on the switchback.
and you're struggling there with a bit of aero as well, aren't you, Jamie?
Yep.
You know, you can feel it through the car. It's just not giving you what you have when you're on your. Oh dear, that was a downshift. You see that? Just like,
Very aggressive on the downshift.
yeah, that will be not good on the rear tyres if he dirty himself about that. It's just giving Laz a little bit of breathing space.
Which he'll be very grateful for with 3 laps to go.
Sigh of relief there. I would be. Holy dooly. But he's. Oh, yeah, he's working those rears hard. Trying to get a bit tighter.
Yeah, as you can see, they're not really pulling away from Urquhart and Crossingham at this point in time.
No.
So they definitely have cooked those rear tyres.
Yeah, the boys are working hard. Great racing. It's good to see. But,
All boys have extended that lead out to 5.7 seconds now. He's led from the start.
he's just owning it. He's doing a great job.
The lead off of Leonage into the first corner, and he's never been sighted since. All boys, Leonage, Heyman, Trent Gosley's had a quiet drive, Sean McNamara as well, Jamie Davis in 6th. As we thought, this track not really suitable for close racing and a lot of overtaking. Been a little bit of a procession, but great battling between Heyman and Leonage.
Yeah, no, I think the racing between Leonage
In the
and
highlight.
has been very, very good to watch.
Trent Gosley, he was got his first podium last week, which surprised us.
In the Snap-on Tools car, yeah, absolutely.
Thought he'd had a podium before then, but he'd had a few 4th places, no podiums, and it looks like magic number 4 is going to be Trent Gosley's again. 4th place tonight.
Absolutely, Jamie. I think it's fantastic to see him. And look, he's leading the, Sean McNamara, who won the series last year.
Champion Sean McNamara in 5th place.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're getting chased down by McNamara and you're in front, you're doing a bloody good job. So, great job from Trent.
Jamie Davis in the background behind Sean McNamara. Very clean, quiet sort of a race for Jamie Davis tonight.
Absolutely.
Been up and down a little bit this season.
I did expect to see Jamie a little bit further up in the field there, fighting a bit more, but he's coming off the back of some absolutely strong Scops results as well. So again, Jamie, we talk about it, don't we? You got to do laps. You got to do laps with these cars, and this is a relatively new track for all the guys. So if your energy's focused elsewhere, yeah. But look at this, Blake Warboys. He's absolutely gunning it in the Mustang. Fantastic. Looking pretty good. Looking comfortable, isn't it, Jamie? He doesn't put a foot wrong.
125.7 on that last lap. 125.7 for Leonage, 125.6 for Heyman, 126.4. So he's right up there on the times. Bringing his baby home.
They're out in the 25s, Jamie. Mid-25s.
42 degrees out on track.
Oof.
This has been a very impressive drive here by Blake Warboys.
Yeah, he's looking good. Looking smooth. Hasn't made a mistake. Just absolutely just driving the car to its limit and just slowly crept away. Look, Laz and Tommy Heyman have a bit of a battle. That will allow you a bit of breathing space, but you still got to keep it on the track. You still got to keep it tight and focused. And the trick with this is, don't forget where you are. Don't think about the win. Keep focusing on the next corner, and that's what he's doing. Brilliant.
2 corners to go. 4 boys through turn 14B. Which is at back left. Final corner. Under the pit straight. 4 boys is going to win the DNA Motorsports 115 Barber Sprint. From Lester Leonage holds on to 2nd place. From Tommy Heyman.
Well done, Blake.
There's our top 3. Warboys, Leonage, Heyman.
Well done, Laz. Well done, Heyman. Fantastic racing. Didn't put each other off. Awesome. Can't wait to chat to the lads.
Trent Gossley brings home a consistent 4th place from Sean McNamara. Jamie Davis in 6th. Lindsay Hobbs with a good drive in 7th. Jason Davis in 8th. Riley Simons, who'd battled away with Lindsay Hobbs, comes home 9th. Dean Williams in 10th. Anna Costello, who spun on the first corner, comes home in 11th. Mitch Campbell from Michael Dumbrell. David Kirby. Robert Crisdale.
Awesome. I think it's been a fantastic race, Jamie. We didn't see a yellow flag. We didn't see a race control car. Awesome racing. You know, I think we should be really proud of the guys who've driven tonight, and they should be proud of themselves as well. Great piece of driving. Brand new track. You know, not normally on the calendar as well. High speed, flowing, lots of technical pieces. And a real credit to Blake and Laz, and of course Tommy for the top 3. And awesome stuff.
I don't think too many drivers in this field would have driven many laps around this track in the V8 supercar before this week. And considering that, it's been a very clean, very professional race. Not too many incidents. Only one that I could really recall where Alex Court put 2 wheels on the grass, and that cost him big time.
Absolutely.
But he managed to fight his way back to 17th place, so that's a good finish in the end. Minimise the damage. Is the burnout from War Boys in the Mustang.
Yeah, pretty sick burnout. The Mustangs always do a pretty sick burnout, right up there in the control tower. Look at that. Has he been practicing? It's got some violence to it. He's done well. Good one. Yeah.
Letting out some frustration there. Not sure if that's War Boy's first win, Ben. He has one.
But it's been a while between drinks, I think, for Blake. So that's an absolutely cracking result, and he should be proud. That's a tough track. There's a lot of concentration goes in behind. It's very high speed flowing, but very technical. So he's done a fantastic job. Awesome result. Jamie, take us through the list.
Thanks for that, Ben. We've had Blake Warboys scoring 150 points, the maximum points, apart from the no pole position, which Lasseth Leonage got the 10 points for pole position. In second place on 148 points, Tommy Heyman with a great battle with Leonage. Trent Gossley in 4th, Sean McNamara, Jamie Davis, Lindsay Hobbs, Jason Davis, Riley Simons, and Dean Williams, Raina Costello, Mitch Campbell in 12th, Michael Dumbrell, David Kirby in 14th, Robert Crisdale, Alan Dawson, Alex Court, 17th. Had a couple of shockers the last 2 rounds. Dean Red, 18th. Jonathan Bean, 19th. Chris Barnes, 20th. And then we had Ben Siren down in 21st. That's surprising. Michael Stewart, 22nd. Tim Mulford, who had a that race in 23rd. Steve Vella, who also got turned around there in turn 3, 24th. Blake Ert, who we saw in the gravel trap, 25th. Peter Crossingham, 26th. Clay Lewis and Kyle Booth, 28th. And it looks like John Laeth might have behind the safety car.
Yeah. Non-start.
Oh, yeah, okay. Did not start. Morning. Oh, Blake Warboys. Dominant drive there. DNA Barber 150. 115. I don't know why I keep saying 150.
Well, just could be the that's how it rolls.
I think I just wanted more laps then. I was enjoying that battle between Leonage and Heyman so much. Would have been nice to see another 10 laps or so.
Oh yeah, it was an absolute crack, wasn't it? No, great. It was a great race. Let's have a chat with the boys, and I think we probably need to start with old Tommy Heyman. I reckon in P3.
Race for Tom.
Let's get him up here. Tommy, how'd you go, mate? That was awesome. Ah, we haven't got him yet. Oh dear, I don't think he's in the broadcast group here with us yet, but we're waiting for Tommy. He's probably taking the helmet off. That's okay.
Have we got Tommy Heyman?
He's got his helmet off now. We'll drag him into the commentary booth. Tommy Heyman, how are you, bud?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good, mate. Congratulations, third place. Dancing that thing into the corners for a couple of for a number of laps, chasing down Laz. How was it?
Yeah, it was good. Fun track in the supercar, but yeah, Laz made that thing so wide, just couldn't get past it.
We were trying to watch as much as we could on the broadcast. Was there a couple of times where you thought, you know what, I'm gonna send it down there?
Yeah, there was a couple of times where I did send it down there, and it was very close, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, close in terms of you thought better of it, or close in terms of, oh dear, he shut the door.
Yeah, in terms of he shut the door, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, no, that's great, mate. Excellent. It was great to watch. Did you think though that he might think more about the championship and give you a bit more room, or was he really tight? You know, looking for that P2.
Yeah, I reckon he was pretty tight looking for the P2. I sort of had to push after the unfortunate accident last week, but yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough, mate. Look, I think that was an awesome race. I think you should be really proud of that sponsors.
Yeah, Century Batteries, Precision Motorsport, BTG Electrical, and Excalibur Esports.
Great work, mate. Enjoy it. Enjoy the P3. Enjoy the broadcast, because we watched a lot of you guys racing hard. That was great. And well done, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent.
Well done, Tommy.
Thank you.
Oh, dear. Is it Laz?
It's Laz.
Laz is here. Congratulations, mate. P2. How was that for you?
Oh, I just played it a bit safe, to be honest, man. I was happy to just stick around in the podium and not take any risk.
We were just talking to Tommy. He said that he felt that he had a couple of chances there, but the door was shut. You were pretty set on P2.
Yeah, and I wasn't gonna let that one pass because we were quite closely matched for pace. So I thought, I should be able to hold on to second.
Absolutely.
Without getting out of my comfort zone too much, I wasn't gonna catch Blake anyway. So he had the pace. So well done to him. First win, I believe. So.
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Fantastic. How was it? How was the track? Well, talk us through it, because it looked a bit slippery.
It was a bit slippery. I mean, it was 40-odd degrees, so it wasn't easy to drive, and it was just destroying the tires. So I had to try and take it a bit easy, and after the pit stop, I had to save a bit of fuel too, because I underfueled a little bit.
We noticed you made up a bit of time in the pit stop.
Yeah, I did. But and my crew chief was telling me something else, and I thought, oh crap, might have underfueled a little bit, but it's all right. Managed
Good
to finish
drive,
it.
then.
Yeah, no, it was good.
To look after the fuel and be able to keep Tommy Heyman behind you there, because he was very aggressive.
Yeah.
Like he was going to try and make a few moves down there.
Yeah, he was good driving by him. I mean, not to make contact and still trying to make a pass. It wasn't easy on this track. Definitely not the easiest track to pass. Not much different to Bella.
I guess you knew that as well.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to try and qualify as high as I could. So
it looked like you were really focusing on getting your exits correct in those corners, and just not making any mistake on entry, and just focusing on getting the power down nicely.
I was a bit slow to enter some of the corners, but I was just focusing on the exit because I knew Tommy will be pushing for that as well. So just wanted to make sure that I'll look after tires and still push a little bit hard. So
smart driving, lads. That's why you're a 100-point leader in the championship from Trent Gosling at this point in time.
Yeah, mate. That's the only thing that's in my mind at the moment. Just points.
I can imagine.
I'm happy to drop a couple of points here and there, just to think about the end game. So yeah, it's been going all right so far.
No, great race, Laz, and absolutely smart. We said you had the abacus out on the dashboard, trying to work out the points as you were going around, mate. And I think that's obviously come true. Enjoy the broadcast back. We had some fun.
I'm sure you did.
But no, it was great to watch, mate. And mate, you're driving brilliantly. So awesome stuff. And take it easy on the bike, mate. So we want to see you around for the next round, all right?
Well, I'll jump in on that this morning. Got me a bit of hay fever, man. I was struggling to breathe a little bit in the race. So it probably wasn't the smartest shots getting on that this morning.
Awesome, mate. Awesome. But congratulations, mate. P2, still leading the
Thanks,
championship. Here we go.
Cheers, mate.
We're lining up for a big finish. So awesome to watch.
Yeah, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Talk soon.
We'll just
I
quickly
forgot.
go to the sponsors.
Yeah, you better mention some sponsors.
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah. I forgot the
I know you got to be excited there, Ben, but well, got to thank NTS, Goodyear Auto Care, Warana, Track Racer, Abruzzi Australia, RMS, Cars for Hope, Racing for Autism Australia, and Track Camp for Gourmet. And you guys as well doing a brilliant job. Love watching the broadcast every week, whether I'm on the podium or not. It's good fun.
No worries, mate. Laz, thanks, Laz. And, mate, we'll see you next week. Where are we going next week, Jamie?
It is Spa. You've been waiting for Spa. You've been excited about
I love
Spa for a couple of weeks now.
I love
You're
Spa.
hoping we're going to be there this week, but
I
no,
know.
it's Barber.
But I have been enjoying Barber, so it's been fantastic. So, look,
Let's
that's
get
brilliant.
into. Let's have a chat to Blake.
Yeah. Blake, congratulations, mate. P1. What an
Thank you.
awesome drive. Absolutely dominated that, mate. Did you have any concerns?
Not really. I was just keep an eye on the relative and just hit my marks and just try not to spin the rear tyres. Yeah, just trying to drive as clean as I could.
Jamie, can you believe this guy? He's just like, yeah, it's all cool.
Yeah, like we've been out for a Sunday
no
drive.
worries.
Had a picnic.
Yeah, just had the Mustang out for a lazy Sunday, mate. Fantastic. How good's that? Absolutely dominated, mate, and looked very, very comfortable. We were watching in the practice sessions. You looked like you had it under control.
Mm.
Talk us through it. Have you driven here before? I don't think so, but I'm happy to be corrected. Was it a rhythm track? What'd you tell us? How'd you go?
I think I've done a few laps here in a Skip Barber. Back when I first got on iRacing, so that's a few years ago. Because I've only properly got into actual series racing during COVID.
Okay.
But yeah, it sort of suited my style of driving, I guess you could say, and I enjoyed the setup as well. I could really put the car where I wanted to. It was easy to drive. Once I got the brake bias and stuff right, it was just really nice to drive. Just easy to be really consistent, and it rode the curbs well. So I was very happy just to pull along and just kept an eye on the relative, and I could see where I was a bit quicker, and sort of in the back of my mind, sort of knew that Laz was probably just looking for points as well. So it was just good race.
Yeah, we just had a chat with him. And he said that he wasn't too worried about the points. He was going for the next position. But I think we all know, and even Laz, when he's thinking back, will know that in the back of his mind, he's thinking, it's about the points. We have to be careful. But he was under a fair bit of pressure there with Tommy Heyman.
Yeah, he was.
P3, but he did a fantastic job. But mate, you were out in front. You honed in, and I think something you said there a moment ago in terms of just suited my style. When someone has a track that suits their style, they're pretty much unstoppable. So that was a fantastic drive, mate. It was really awesome to watch. Enjoyed it. We sat in the car and even through the practice sessions and watched that. So awesome stuff, mate. Shout out to sponsors.
Yeah, obviously Wodonga Carts and Parts, the whole team there has just been great. We've learnt quite a lot off the guys they've been able to bring in and teach us. LGK Carts Australia, Kinetic Industries and Kinetic Motorsport. Just great partners to be with, and huge support from them. And then everyone that tunes in and watches the stream as well to support us is great. And then obviously the series, it's been great.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. Well said, Blake, and congratulations on the win, mate. Spa next week. You ready to go?
Yeah, it should be good. Looking forward to another sort of a bit of a flowing track. So hopefully I do well there.
Yeah, no, I have no doubt that you'll lean into that one extremely well, and look forward to seeing you there, mate. Especially the Mustang. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're in a Mustang, you're 50% there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Right.
so
Yeah,
it
that
should be fine, mate. Should be fine.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I think I don't know if JP will have that much of a say to say about the Mustang, but we'll see how we go.
Nah,
All good.
Mustang.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. All good stuff. Congratulations, mate. I think, Jamie, that is an absolute cracker of a broadcast, mate. Thank you once again. Just a chance to say a big thanks to Nationwide Tracking Systems, obviously, for their support for the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. We've obviously got Goodyear Auto Care Rwanda up on the Sunshine Coast there supporting us as well. Abruzzi Racewear, awesome stuff and awesome quality apparel that can get you involved and get you immersed in what we do. Track Racer for all your sim racing needs. Custom Track Art, that's self-explanatory. Race Management Services, Cognitive Engineering, Track Camps for Gourmet, and of course Melbourne Hydrographic Depot. Jamie, have I missed anything apart from congratulations on yet another fantastic call, and thank you.
I reckon you've covered it 100% there, Ben. That was a great effort. Great interviews there. They are very intelligent drivers, you could tell there. You can see why they were top 3 on the podium. They thought that race through very well, and very minimum amount of mistakes between them, and good consistent driving.
Absolutely, mate. I
Made it a little bit boring for the broadcast. There wasn't that much action.
Well,
apart from the battle between Laz and Tommy Heyman, but apart from passing, I think it was 1, 2, 3 same positions the whole way through.
Absolutely, spot on, mate. It was one of the more static, I suppose, races we watched. But
exactly what we won't expect at Spa. It'll be back on again at Spa next week, next round 9 of the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. Be on for young and old. A lot of drivers will be backing themselves at Spa.
Oh,
the
yeah.
real drivers track.
Absolutely,
flying
mate.
up through Eau Rouge and Radion and down through Pouhon, and the V8s around Spa, spectacular. Definitely one to catch.
And the thing will be, Jamie, there as well, is that there, lots of drivers drive lots of different cars at Spa, because Spa's a track that everyone drives, but it's very, very different to the V8. Very, very different to the V8. So, looking forward to that, mate. Thanks for tonight. Have a good night, and we'll catch everybody another time.
Cool, Ben.